So hi, I'm Nick Chatten, as you probably know by now, and if you stick around I'm going to let you know my thoughts about feeling anxious and feeling nervous before you perform at any wedding or event. And then secondly, I'm going to talk about your competition, your local competition, your national competition, whatever. So wait for the logo to come across the screen and then we'll head straight back into it. So, feeling nervous and feeling anxious. I was reading a couple of DJ social media pages over the weekend, and one particular post caught my eye, and it was about how you overcome feeling so nervous before you're going to perform at a wedding and how you deal with it. And firstly, what I would say is that feeling nervous and feeling anxious in some respects is a good thing, because if you're nervous and you're anxious, it means you genuinely care about what the outcome could or couldn't be. And that's really important, you know, because you want to do the very best that you can possibly do. And if that means that you are feeling nervous, it just means that you're putting that extra effort in to make sure that everything is 100%. And all you can do really is prepare. Preparation is the key. You know, if you're preparing everything, if you've had those conversations with your brides and your grooms, and you've had those conversations with the venue, the other suppliers, you know, don't just think you've only got to speak to your client, the wedding party, the couple. Speak to your venue, make sure that you know where you've got to go when you arrive at the venue, make sure what's expected of you. Ask them what they think you're expected to do. If you're hosting the whole day, let them know that you're hosting the day. Don't go in there and think that, you know, you are the saviour of the world because you're going to be hosting this day, because you'll probably have a negative effect. They'll probably think, well, who's he to come in here and tell us how to perform at weddings? You know, we do it all the time. So don't go in there and try and rattle any cages. Just go in there and just, you know, you're there to help. You're there, and you're primarily there to dot all the I's and cross all the T's and be that buffer between the couple and the venue. And anything the venue want you to do, hey, just ask. Invariably it will mean that they're freeing up someone else within the venue to do something else, another member of staff. It may even be that they can send a member of staff home. You know, it might save them money because you're going to be there all day. So, you know, think about that, but, you know, just work. And that's what I mean about, you know, feeling anxious. I still do it now. You know, I've been doing it for 25 years, and I feel anxious and I feel nervous every time I perform at a wedding, you know, but I only see that as a positive. I really do. You know, it's because I care. I genuinely want it to be the very best wedding I've ever done. And I want it to be the very best wedding that the venue has ever seen as well. So, you know, that's a good thing. So don't ever feel worried. It seems a bit ironic that I'm saying that. Don't ever feel worried about feeling anxious or nervous before you perform. It's a good thing. It means you care. As long as you put the preparation in, you know what you're doing, you've had those conversations, honestly, believe you me, you'll be fine. Second thing I want to talk about, competition. It's so easy to worry about what everyone else is doing around you, you know, your so-called competition. Well, let me tell you, there's no such thing as competition if you're a DJ. You know, I'm not the same as anyone else that works out there, and they're not the same as me. Ultimately, they are not me and I'm not them. You know, there is no such thing as competition. Don't worry about it. You know, if someone inquires about you and you don't get the booking, you never had the booking in the first place. You've lost absolutely nothing. If you do your job properly, you know your worth, and you sell yourself correctly, then that's fine. But one thing I would say is try and meet those people in person. Have that conversation. You will not do it over the phone. I always insist I will never take a booking unless I've spoken to those people face to face. And the reason being, I'm really passionate about what I do. And they will never see that passion on the end of a phone. They'll see it if I'm talking face to face. They'll actually buy into what I'm doing. And if I can see they're buying into what I'm doing, I'm halfway there. If they've inquired, my prices are on my website for anyone to see. You go on there, you can see them. It's quite easy. It's www.djnickchatten.co.uk. You go on there, you'll see how much my prices are. Now I know, as soon as anyone inquires through my website, I know they know how much I am. I know they've made that initial conversation, they've made that initial decision, they want to contact me and they want to have a further conversation with me. 80% of my work is already done. They booked me. You know, why else would they know the price, they know who I am, they know what I've done, they know how I do it, because everything's pretty much there. The last thing for me to do then is to speak to them and show them the passion that I've got in making their day the most important day of their lives. So in terms of competition, don't worry about what anyone else is doing. We live in a world of social media now, as per exactly what I'm doing now. And I think a lot of DJs just seem to think that, you know, you can become a good DJ just with social media. And you can't. You know, social media is great. Social media gets us all out there. Again, you know, it might sound like I'm a bit of a hypocrite for saying that and what I'm doing now. But, you know, don't worry too much about what everyone else is doing on social media. We can all pull up little segments and sound bites from, you know, weddings that we've done from 5 minutes when the dance floor's busy. That's great. We can all, you know, show pictures of wonderful setups. That's great. But that doesn't tell the whole story at all. Sadly, most people will see that and they'll think that that's exactly how the whole night goes. You know and I know, if any DJ says to you, that floor was full all night like that, they're a liar. We all have times where our dance floors are empty. It's just part of the job, you know. So don't get too worried about what your competition are doing. Just concentrate about yourself. You know how good you are, you know what you can do, you know how you do it. Concentrate on what you do and make it the best version of you. That's all you've got to do. Hopefully you've found these tips interesting. If you have, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, and hopefully I'll get some more videos out to you very soon. Have a great day. Bye. So hi, you TikTokers. Just to let you know, I've just released another video on my YouTube channel, and this one covers a couple of subjects. One, it covers the subject of anxiety and feeling nervous before you perform at a wedding or any function really, and my thoughts about it. And the second one is about your competition and how we get so caught up in worrying about what our competition are doing. When really you shouldn't have any fears at all. Just you know, just get on and do what you do. But all is explained in my YouTube channel, and if you head up above there, you'll see that there's a link in my bio to the YouTube channel. Check it out, see what you think, and I'd love to hear your comments. Have a great day. Bye.